What do you think is one of APSA's strengths as a whole organization, and what do you think we should focus on improving for next year? Tell us how you'll be able to do that in your role.
So I think that APSA is a very well-rounded club. It already has a good foundation of the pillars that it stands for, which include that it's a social club, an academic club, and a political cultural club. Those are three different things that I can work on in conjunction with, in coordination with my other VPs and the rest of my board members. Diving into things that I can do specifically, starting with socially, I would say definitely crafting social events with intention, putting thought into what events actually work and if GBMers are actually going to talk to each other, things like that. Academically, I will definitely be working with the external branch, especially just, it'd be more so me supporting their ideas and their giving them the resources to carry out what they want to do. For example, I think Ashford said that in one of our ideas was to include a list of academic resources on GBM slides. I think that's a great idea, stuff like that. Politically, again, like working with political coordinator and cultural. Going back to what I said in my speech, the APSA Center is a big asset that APSA has, and so strengthening our ties with them, going to their events, can definitely boost and can definitely better our political cultural sphere, making our GBMers more aware of the political cultural sphere that we as a club provide to them.
As a vice president, you will have already been on the executive board for 1 year. How will you go about maintaining the traditional values and events of the organization while balancing them with potential new innovations that might be suggested by the board?
Right. So again, goes back to what Batty Board was kind of thinking about, our vision, balancing innovation and tradition. I think that what you have to look at is effectiveness and efficiency. If these events actually do work, if GBMers are actually talking to each other, if this event is actually effective in reaching our alumni, just stuff like that. And so there are certain events that do work and there's some that may or may not have to be revamped or revitalized, but I will definitely do my best to project my ideas, at least my thoughts, so that we as a board can figure it out together, you know, thinking about, because again, we are a team, what events we think should be upheld with tradition versus what should be innovated, revamped, give it a new look.
APSA used to be one of 2 AAPI cultural orgs on campus. Now there are many more, varying in size, member base, and mission. With so many organizations with so many different goals, how can we work to bridge any gaps and create a more intersectional and inclusive community?
So again, APSA used to be one of the 2 big cultural clubs. Now there's a lot. There's BSA, JSA, all the A's, right? and so the way to adjust to a changing time where people have options. As a GBMer, you have the option to go to BSA or APSA, right? It's not just one or the other. The way we do that is by broadening our net and actually collaborating with these other orgs. The more community we have within the cultural orgs at SCSU, the better off we are and the better off they are. And so, like I said in my speech, we could definitely focus on more collaborations. I will try my best to extend my hand to the top boards of other orgs, if I can reach them somehow, DM them, whatever it is. But I definitely think that collaboration events, staying in contact with them, will definitely contribute to GBMers and potential members coming to our club and coming to their club as well. So,
as a vice president, how will you use your position and your previous experience to mitigate challenging situations? How do you confront conflict when problems occur, and how will you be able to maintain confidence and speak up even when it's not the easiest option?
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah. As a vice president, how will you use your position and previous experience to mitigate challenging situations? How do you confront conflict when problems occur, and how will you be able to maintain confidence and speak up even when it's not the easiest option?
So in regards to conflict resolution, one thing that I've learned as a board member this year is that you have to approach conflict from all angles. You have to see all sides of the problem. And so if conflict were to arise between branch members, board members, whatever it is, I would definitely go to each party first, ask them what's going on, talk to them individually. If it gets worse and worse, then we have to set up a meeting between us two, us three, and then I would act as the facilitator in that conversation, saying, okay, this is a safe space, like open up, or like, tell us about what's going on, just stuff like that. The second part of that question being, how would you maintain the confidence to use your voice? I frankly don't think that I have a problem with using my voice and voicing my concerns, because I have the mindset that each and every one of us is on board because we deserve to be. Each and every one of us have our own opinions and voices, and we're in a space where we actually can share what we value. And so I don't find myself to be scared to really share what I believe or what I think, just so much as I say it as in a respectful manner. That's very important. But yeah, I hope that answers your question.
And then, finally, that's my message.
Thank you.